So, auspicious day with three fellows coming to join the Anagarika life here at Abhayagiri this evening. And just as a reminder for me about the entire path, kind of zooming out a little bit, sometimes it's good to remember the breadth of training that the Buddha offered for both monastic aspirants and lay disciples. And remembering over and over again the comprehensiveness of the path of training. The Eightfold Path is not just a unidirectional or one-fold path kind of a thing, or a twofold path. And sometimes people kind of get lost in one aspect of the practice, forgetting the overarching paradigm that the Buddha set up in his dispensation. And, it might get caught in like, I can't meditate, I can't, compose my mind and sit down and feel comfortable with quiet, solitary sitting practice. So I'll just practice making merit. That's all I can do in this lifetime. Sometimes you hear people say that, and hope for better the next time around. Make more merit, but don't even give it a try. Or sometimes people get stuck on, particularly I think in the West, just on the meditation technique, wanting to get something from that in terms of certain states of meditative attainment, but neglect the rest of the path, the sila, the virtue, the right action, how we live in the world, and also sometimes even forgetting or not even being aware to some extent of right view. The Buddha in his discourse on the Great 40 emphasizes how all of the path factors, the Eightfold Path, revolve around and support each other, but with right view being the foremost. So that if you don't even have a right view of what the Buddha's teachings are aiming towards or where they're leading, then application of the other things may have some benefit on a conventional level, but are incomplete and won't take one to the full goal that the Buddha has put out there, what he has designated as the potential for full liberation, not just earning merit or not just developing concentration and blissful mind states that are temporary, but a full pattern or a full program of practice for the full realization of the complete end of suffering. So this is right view, and if we don't have that view and the components of right view before we launch out on whatever other parts of the path we're putting into practice, then it will be a partial path and won't take one to the goal. So having that foundation of a true knowledge of the Four Noble Truths where the practice can lead to, and really holding that as primary. And if one does that, and then combined with the other aspects of right view, particularly the view on karma, cause and effect, that what we do has an effect. We have the potential to, if we practice the Noble Eightfold Path fully and completely, then the karmic result of that, if taken on with right effort, right mindfulness, then the culmination of that is liberation, the karmic effect of applying one's mind fully to the Eightfold Path. So that's right view. And I think my understanding is that Luang Por Chah really emphasized that over and over again, to see the aspects of right view, to have a context of where it is that we're going. If we don't know where we're going, we may end up somewhere else, according to Ajahn Pasano's favorite quote. So just to keep that in mind, there is a goal here, and there is a full path. It's not just a focused path on one factor or two factors. We need to keep in mind the whole path, and that's what the Anagarikas to be are in training for. So they're coming in at even though most of them have developed at least some level of comfort with the meditation practice, they're also entering a full training of body, speech, and mind, how we act and what we say in the community, and particularly the actions of body, the actions of speech, are foundational and formative and such an important aspect of the practice. So they'll be learning more of the more subtle rules of behavior, the korwat, the monastery protocols, how to bow, how to sit, what's appropriate, what's sensitive to other people, working with the community, using the form and the techniques and the structures that we have at the monastery, not as a way of grasping rules and rituals, but as a way of structuring the behavior of the body in a beautiful way, and of the speech in a beautiful way that results in a very firm grounding for the meditation practice as well. So I'll just express my appreciation for 3 people who are willing to commit to a year of training here and see where it will end up. So I'll offer that morning's reflection.